We have a beautiful son. His name is Marshall. I named him after an amplifier. Almost named him Peavy. Come here, blah punk, you little woofer. Get over here. My son's 5 years old. My son thinks 5 years old is a very cool age to be because that's the coolest age he's gotten to. His favorite thing about being 5 years old is he's old enough to wear a seatbelt. That's his biggest visible step towards manhood so far in his eyes, you know. He's strapped in the truck just like his daddy, and he thinks that's great. I think it's great, too, because I drive a four-wheel drive truck, and I learned this about four-wheel drive trucks. It doesn't really matter how big the motor is or how big the tires are. Your macho days are over when you strap a car seat in the front of that bad boy. You just can't show it off to your buddies, you know what I mean? You can't make yourself go, what, that? That's got the Vortec V8 running 285 horsepower. Yeah! That's a man-at-the-walk power winch. That'll pull 28 tons right out of the ditch. Yeah! That's a play school car seat with the Big Bird steering wheel attachment right there on it. That's Bert on the blinker, Ernie on the windshield wiper. That's Big Bird in the middle. You can honk that fat bastard if you want to. Hell, in 2 weeks, I'll have the Cookie Monster flip mirror. Back-ordered it on me. I don't know how to drive the truck anymore. I bought this big two-story custom van to tour in. And it's kind of neat. It's got the James Bond couch in the back where you push a button, and the couch in the back automatically turns into a bed. And I'm like, well, that's cool. I finally got something over those Mercedes-Benz driving in-laws of mine. You know what I mean? When I first bought the van, I was real proud of it, and I took it straight over to my brother-in-law's house to show it off because he's such a prick. He takes one look at my new van and goes, I can't believe you didn't buy a Mercedes-Benz. They don't make a van. They hate it when you do that. He goes, Ron, I don't think you fully understand the intricacies of Mercedes-Benz engineering. Why, I've got the 3-inch windshield wiper that keeps my headlight clean in a rainstorm. I got a place to fuck your sister. I don't know why they don't like me. Bet you wish you had one of these. It's a kit. Kidding. I don't want to screw up good whiskey. Oh, tasty. Actually, that was all bullshit. I just got a divorce. I just wanted to do those 3 jokes before I told you. And I'll tell you what went wrong, and because I feel like I can be honest with you folks, and you won't judge me, or maybe you will. I don't care. But I'll tell you, it's very, very difficult to marry out of your class. I come from a lower middle class family. My daddy worked his ass off his whole life for not very much, and that does not make you better than me. You know what I mean? My dad was a good man. And, right. And they're always going to just look down their nose at you like you're supposed to be carrying some piss bucket for them or something. And if you're not willing to carry the piss bucket, it ain't going to work. And she got convinced in her crazy head that I had sex with this girl in Columbus, Ohio, and I did, and I'll tell you why. When you enter into a monogamous relationship with somebody, you usually do it at a point in the relationship when you're having a lot of sex. So you're willing to sign the papers. I'll only have sex with you, ever, 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 ever. Well, if that person stops having sex altogether, Why, you find yourself in quite a pickle. I'm a pretty good dog, but if you don't pet me every once in a while, it's hard to keep me under the porch. I'm not as flexible as a real dog. And I'll tell you what happened, too. I was in Columbus, Ohio. I hadn't been laid in 3 months. 3 months. You can't go 3 months without having sex with me. I'll go have sex with somebody else. I know. I've seen me do it. I did a show one night. I came off stage. There's a gorgeous woman, maybe 35, 40 years old, long black dress, slid up to her waist. Gorgeous. Give me a second. Gorgeous. And I walk off stage. She goes, I thought you were hilarious. I want to buy you a drink. I'm like, I can't do that. I'm married. She goes, I didn't ask if you wanted to have sex, big boy. I asked if you wanted to have a drink at my place. I'm like, all right. Well, you know that little guy that sits on your shoulder that reminds you of your prior commitments and your moral fortitude? I didn't hear a peep out of that guy. He hadn't been laid in 3 months either. He was speechless for like 20 minutes, and he was like, suck her titty. I'm like, I was gonna. I'm having a three-way with my conscience. As soon as the whole thing's over, he's back at his post. That was wrong, mister. I'm like, hey, 20 minutes ago, you were beating off on my shoulder, monkey boy. I hate him. He smokes pot. He burned a hole in my other jacket. I've been spending a ton of time in Los Angeles. I learn things when I go to L.A. I learned this. They have bikinis now made out of seashells. I didn't know that. And I also didn't know this. If you're ever walking down the beach and you see a girl dressed in a bikini made out of seashells and you pick her up and hold her to your ear, you can hear her scream. Who'd have thunk it? I thought I'd hear the ocean, but not over that woman. Hush, ma'am. She was a wiggler. L.A. changes people. I got a buddy of mine from Houston. He's a comedian, moved to L.A. 6 months ago. 6 months in L.A., don't know him. 6 months in L.A., now he's a vegetarian, a humanitarian, environmentalist, you know, great. If you're here tonight and you're a vegetarian, shut up. You're not going to recruit me. I did not climb to the top of the food chain to eat carrots. It's not even that good for you. You ever see a healthy-looking vegetarian? They look like shit, don't they? They're all plump and gray because their bodies become intolerant of things they need. And I'll give you an example. I'm on the way to the Melrose Improv in Hollywood to do a set with my buddy, and he says this, and I quote, I feel nauseous and I have a headache. I think that vegetable soup I had for lunch must have had beef broth in it. I didn't know what to say. Your system's kicking back broth? You're a manly man, aren't you? Why are you a vegetarian? I asked him, and it wasn't even because meat was bad for you. He said that raising cattle was bad for the planet with cow flatulence in the ozone and the clearing of land for the raising of cattle. What are you doing to help the environment? I'm eating the cows. But I'm only one man. Whatever the hell that meant. Every time I read a newspaper in Los Angeles, California, I get pissed because things don't have to make sense in L.A.
Money. That's a very stressful purchase, right? So you do the math. You're like, if I get my own juicer over the next 12 years, I can save me about $1 million. That's a no-brainer. You tell your friends about your brilliant plan. Your friends offer you their juicers they no longer use. You don't see the foreshadowing. You reject the juicer. You say, no, thank you. That's not the right one. No wonder you stopped juicing. I did the research. I'm getting the top of the line mistake. So you drop like $400 on a cold press masticating juicer. You go to the farmer's market, you get the freshest ingredients. You know they're fresh because they're dirty. You like that quality. You know, there's no glossy fruit at the farmer's market. It's a matte finish. You get your dusty harvest, you go home, you scrub, you rinse, you cut it up into little pieces, you juice it, you clean the equipment, you put that away, and like an hour later, you're like, that's never gonna happen again. No way, man. No way. It was fun. It was fun to play Jamba Juice one time, but I'm retired now. I'm done. You know it's over for the juicer because I put it on top of the fridge with all that weird greasy dust. You know that dust? That's that forever dust. That's not going nowhere. That's going to be oil one day. It feels bad. It feels bad. That's $400 just sitting on my fridge. It feels bad, but I look at it as therapy in one shot. Now I'm cured. Now I buy juice at the store, no problem, no stress. I'm like, $10 a bottle? Yeah, that's a good price. I've been on the front lines. I know what it takes. Thank you for your service. I spend too much time and energy on small decisions. You know, like I was at Popeye's Fried Chicken, just having lunch. It's a treat for me, so I'm trying to maximize. I'm evaluating every combo that they offer. I'm trying to find the highest ratio of satisfaction to cost. During my analysis, this dude walks in, no hesitation. He orders 1 breast, 2 biscuits, and a soda. This is not a combo at all. He saved no money on that order. I was in shock. I was like, dang, you up in Popeye's ordering a la carte right now? Man, I want to be that rich one day. That's my dream. One day I want to walk into Popeye's and just start freestyling. Just off the top. Don't even look at the menu. You just drop me a beat. I'm going to order from the heart. It's hard. It's hard not to eat fast food when you're touring. You know, like one night after the show, I went back to my hotel. The only thing open was a Wendy's. It was across the street from the hotel, but it was drive-through only, and I did not have a car. I had some money. I had some hope. I had my legs. I skipped over there. I brought some good vibes. I knocked on the window. I said, hey, man, we both showed up. Let's do what we came to do. They were not excited. They said, hey, we can't serve you on foot in the drive-thru. I said, why not? They said, it's for your health and safety. I said, I'm trying to eat Wendy's right now. Why are you bringing up that stuff? They would not budge. They would not serve me. Finally, I had to call an Uber to take me around the building. I was precise. I was like, pick me up at the menu, drop me off at the window. It's a short ride. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna get you some nuggies. Recently, I was on tour. I was in Canada, and in Canada, you can only buy alcohol at certain government-run liquor stores. I didn't know this. I was at the grocery store. I accidentally bought a 6-pack of non-alcoholic beer. I should have known something was off. It was room temperature. That's a small red flag. I went back to my condo. I put 5 in the freezer. I put 1 in a bowl full of ice. Got it real cold. Cracked it open. Took a few sips. I was like, oh, that's not refreshing. I looked at the can. I was like, oh, that's not even alcohol. This is basically bubbly barley juice. I was resigned. I was like, I guess I'm gonna have a sober night. I guess it's bedtime soon. Next thing I knew, I finished the can. I drank the other 5. I killed the whole 6-pack. At which point I realized, man, I'm really out of control. I'm also suffering from non-alcoholism as well. That's bad, man. That's bad. I'm not gonna make it. I'm gonna be the first guy to lose his life to basic fluids. I have an addictive personality, you know? I like to push it. I do. My tolerance for weed and alcohol right now is way too high. I'm trying to bring it down. My friend recently told me about a drug called DMT. It's a very powerful hallucinogenic that's supposed to give you a sense of what death will be like. And I'm open-minded enough to maybe try it once or twice, but I'm wary that I would never want to develop a tolerance to DMT, because what if one day I just died naturally? 45 minutes later, I'm like, bro, I'm not feeling it. What's going on, man? We're gonna get dead or not? I can't just lay here all day. This is weak stuff, man. Can you imagine being dead and unimpressed? I'm grateful. I'm very grateful for this journey in stand-up. I spent a good amount of time in New York City. Great place to elevate your skills as a comedian, but a tougher place to exist for sure. When I first moved to New York, I didn't know how every time you renew your lease in New York City, the rent has to go up every time. I didn't know that. I've lived around, in most other cities, the landlords give you a few years to step up your life. That's reasonable. New York City landlords like, you got 1 year to get 10% better. You better hurry. 10%, man, that's a lot. Every year, that's a big return every year. That's a lot of pressure. My parents never gave me that kind of pressure. I felt like I was in New York City trying to make my landlord proud. It was weird. I felt like my dream was to buy my landlord a house. I want that for him, you know, because he pushed me. He believed in me. He chose me for Unit 16. It's up and down business. It's a very up and down business. I remember one time I was so excited. I got an offer for a show in Boston. I was pumped. They were going to pay me and cover my transportation. I got the confirmation for the train from New York to Boston. Turns out that ticket cost more than my performance fee. I got bummed out. Started having some dark thoughts. I was like, dang, maybe I should just be a train. Maybe that's what I gotta do to make it. I know my nephew would be pumped to see me. Hell yeah, I'll be Uncle of the Year forever. I mean, partly why I do this is to inspire people like my nephew to follow their dreams. And the Asian American comedian, that's pretty exciting, but to be the first Asian American choo-choo train, that's trailblazing. I love this life, I do, I appreciate it, but you know, sometimes I miss the stability of my old job. I used to work in an office, you know? The best part about any office job is the fact that you can print. You print whatever you gotta print, man. That's why I went to work. So I could get paid, I get health care, and I print stuff for me and my loved ones. I know you got a printer at home. We all got a printer at home. That's for emergency use only. The printer at home right now, that printer is currently unplugged. It's dusty. It only has cyan. All your documents come out blue. Oh, you an architect? At home, I'm mean to myself, man. I'm mean. I'm always talking myself out of printing stuff. I'm like, no. You gonna memorize that. If I have to print at home, I'm like, okay, we're gonna select the pages. There's no print all. Print all is for work. At home, we select pages. Double-sided. Grayscale. Lightest setting possible. When it comes out, it better be invisible. That's why it's so fun when you go to work, right? At work, you print fast, loose. You show up trigger happy. You ready to control P all day. You might not make the kind of money to live the life you dream of, but you can certainly print like you do. At work, it's all about being wasteful with no remorse. You don't feel a thing. You don't feel a thing. Have you ever thrown away documents that you just printed? You just click print all. It just came out. It's a fresh little stack. Have you ever thrown away warm paper? It feels wrong. Feels like maybe you should wait for it to cool down before you throw it in the garbage. It just got here. Let it live a little bit. But you don't hesitate, because that office life made you a gangster. It's weird, right? It's weird. They try to control you in so many ways at work, but they let you print free reign. Ain't that suspicious? Because they know. They got to leave us a little something to turn to when we feel like we have no control. They can't take away printing right now. Printing is the only thing stopping the revolution. When they say stuff like, oh, we need you to come in on Friday after Thanksgiving, that's when I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, I guess it's time for me to self-publish my Gmail account. I guess it's time for me to back it all up on paper. People use the cloud, I'm gonna use trees.
But we got some couples here tonight, huh? Hey, there you go. You guys swing? No. I think you can tell you're getting closer with your lady when she starts farting around you a lot. I think that's really the true test. And I get it, ladies, it's a biological function, but can we keep it under 10 a day? What do you think? You just don't want that to become your thing. You're at a party, who ripped one? Classic Claire. Every time. Farting for a woman's a tough look. Farting for a woman is like crying for a man. We all pretend to be open-minded, but that shit's a bummer, you know? Like the other day, I was going down on her, she farted, I started crying. She was like, aw, you need a tissue? I was like, do you? Yeah. What about fart's wacky cousin, queef? Yes. Love a good queef. A lot of ladies get a little self-conscious, a little embarrassed. I say queef it up, sister. It's nice to see that thing talking for once. Love a queef. Big fan of the queef. I went down a girl once, she queefed, my hair went. It's a hell of a time. You know what a queef's like? It's like when the subway goes by and you get that dirty air, you know? Sure, it's not the most sanitary, but it's hot down there. It's refreshing, goddammit. I'm pro-queef. But you got to be empathetic to the queefs, fellas, because ladies, I think you're more empathetic in general. I think you're more thoughtful. You think about others. Men, we don't think about others. We think about ourselves. Yeah. Like, I'll go to dinner with my girl. She'll say, we can't eat here. Heard the chef's homophobic. I'm like, great. We're not gay. We're good. Yeah. That's how I think. Men, we don't think about others. I was watching a tennis match with my buddy. I go, you know, this guy went to jail for hitting his wife. My friend goes, oh, yeah, he's got a great backhand. Jesus Christ. You're a little deeper, ladies, a little more emotionally intelligent, you know? Like, you ever ask a woman what she likes in a guy, she'll tell you what she likes because of how it makes her feel. I like a guy who's big and strong because I feel safe. I like a guy who's got some money because I feel taken care of. Guys, we just tell you what we like. We don't tell you what we feel. What do you like in a woman, Bob? I like a fat ass. How does that make you feel? Hard? I don't know. Gotta be tough to be a lady in a lot of ways, you know? Some perks, ladies. You know? I think you're allowed to announce your standards in public. I think if men announce our standards, we look a lot shittier. Like I was hanging out with some friends, we're all drinking, talking about our type. My gay friend was like, I like a muscular guy, I like muscles on a man. All right, gay guy, muscles. My lady friend was like, I like a tall guy, I like tall dudes. Yeah, women like tall guys. So like, what do you like, Mark? I was like, I like skinny girls with big tits. And they all went, ah, what a fucking asshole. I was like, well, wait, how come you're allowed to shame me for what I'm attracted to? You guys are shallow, why can I be shallow? You say you like tall guy. I'm not a tall guy. When you said that, I wasn't like, classic whore over here. No, I'd rather be taller, but that's my issue. I'm not gonna yell at you. She's like, well, it's messed up. He won't sleep with certain women. I'm like, what about the gay guy? He won't fuck any women. Yell at him. You want to be a good guy, it just gets confusing. Like, ladies, where are we at in objectifying women? Is that bad? It's tough, because some women will say, don't ever objectify a woman. But then, ladies, you guys do it all day long. Anytime a woman posts a picture on Instagram, every girl's like, beautiful, stunning, gorgeous, sexy. Never seen a woman write, smart. Huh. Interesting. Then I've noticed, ladies, you don't like when men objectify women if they're hot, but if they're traditionally unattractive, you love it. Smoking hot girl walks in, damn, she's sexy as hell. Easy creep. But if a lady rolls in on a rascal scooter with an eye patch, damn, she's sexy as hell. This is a great guy right here. But isn't he still a creep? Ladies, if you're not threatened, you're on board. If a guy puts up a poster in his cubicle, a bunch of big-breasted swimsuit models, geez, you pig. Oh no, they're trans. Hey, good for you. But isn't he still a pig? Is that a Victoria's Secret poster on your wall? Yeah, but it's the one with Down syndrome. Oh, carry on, carry on. Like, why does that make it okay? How about that? We got a Victoria's Secret model with Down syndrome now. That's exciting. Yeah, she's really pretty. I mean, I'd go downs on her. You know. Good for her. I support. I'm on board. I'm a fan. I just feel bad for the girl who didn't get the job. I didn't get it. Who got it? You don't want to know. Kill yourself. Get out of town. Change careers. Don't tell anybody. But I also understand, ladies, you've been held down by your looks for generations, and that sucks. Like my brother's got a little daughter, cute little daughter. My mom got her a Barbie, and the wife was like, hey, no daughter of mine's playing with a Barbie. I was like, why not? Well, Barbie, it sets unrealistic body standards for girls. I mean, of course Barbie's unrealistic. That's why kids like her. Nobody wants a realistic toy. Look at every man toy. 12-pack, huge arms, giant legs. They're toys. But she's gonna think she has to look like her. No, she's not. I've never heard of a girl with a Barbie like, damn, I guess I gotta cut off my nipples. Girls aren't stupid. But I get it, it's a new day, you gotta be inclusive now. You gotta have plus-size Barbie, Chinese Barbie, blind Barbie. You know who's never changed? Ken. Oh, Ken's a tall, good-looking guy, full head of hair. There's no bald Ken, drunk Ken, abusive Ken. Nobody wants a realistic Ken. He pulls up in the dream car, gets a DUI. Barbie's like, I told you so. He's like, shut up, you fucking skank, I'll kill you. Nobody wants that. If you ask me, Ken is quietly the most inclusive because he'll fuck any Barbie. He doesn't give a shit, right? It's like, what is that, wheelchair Barbie? Yeah, roll her over here. I don't care, yeah. Now that's inclusive. I would have killed for a Barbie growing up. My parents wouldn't buy us any cool toys. They bought us board games. Ugh. Even the names of board games are a bummer. Sorry, right? Trouble, Operation, and the saddest of all, Life. What kind of twisted, messed up game for a kid is life? Life's hard, life sucks. You play games to escape life, not dive right in. You got a kid outdoors in the sunshine playing with his friends, you're gonna drag him inside to play a game about mortgage and divorce? Ah, that's too real. Pick a card. Timmy, what'd you get? I got herpes. Hey, roll the dice. Oh, says you put out a tweet 10 years ago, came back to haunt you. You're fired. Damn, life sucks. Hate a board game. Remember Clue? I hated Clue. Professor Plum in the study with the candlestick. That's not relatable. Who's dying from a candlestick? You gotta update that stuff. Make it stuff that kills people now. Peanuts. Gender reveal party. Fentanyl. Cops. Update it. Mark Norman in the hotel room under the BBW. That's how I want to go. Yeah. I did mention fentanyl. We do have an opioid crisis in America. Nobody seems to give a shit, you know? That guy's hopped up. Yeah. When I was a kid, all I heard was weed was the gateway drug. Remember that? Weed is the gateway drug. I disagree. I think it's cereal. All that sugar, cereal's getting kids high way younger than weed. Kids even look like addicts when they wake up. They're like, damn, I need a bowl. I mean, diabetes, obesity, we pump that shit into kids early. That's why half the cereals are named after drugs. Smacks, Special K, Golden Grams, already dealing in grams. I don't know. Like you go down the cereal aisle in Australia or Europe, it's all health food, heart healthy, whole grain, fiber. You go down the cereal aisle in America, it's like a fucking acid trip, all right? I mean, it's just bright colors and wacky cartoon characters. Every cereal mascot looks like a cracked out addict, you know? You got a paranoid leprechaun and a jacked up rabbit stealing shit from kids, you know? Tony the Tiger's clearly coked up. He's like, they're great, yeah. How about that wide-eyed toucan? Hey, kids, follow your nose. Yeah. I know fentanyl and opioid, I know that all that stuff's dark. I like dark humor. Some people get upset. And everybody's entitled to their opinion, their feelings, to each his anal. But, you know. You got to admit, though, if we're a society that gets really upset about jokes, that's a sign we got it pretty goddamn good, you know. Some guy in Ukraine's getting his face shot off. We got people out here like, zingers. Always blows my mind when somebody gets really upset about comedy. I told a joke one time, this guy got pissed. He goes, you got to apologize for that joke. I was like, sorry? He goes, you didn't mean that apology. I'm like, I know, I didn't mean the joke either, you queef. What are we doing here? But, you know, maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. I'm too literal guy. You know, definitely hurt me in some social interactions, you know. Yeah, I remember just last week I was at a party. Girl comes up to me, she goes, are you gay? I was like, no, I'm not gay. She goes, whoa, nothing wrong with being gay. I'm like, yeah, I know. Just saying I'm not. She's like, well, you're getting pretty defensive. I'm like, well, I'm not gay. She's like, well, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm like, I know, but I'm not. She wouldn't let it go. Eventually I got annoyed. I go, what, are you pregnant? She was like, screw you, I'm not pregnant. I was like, whoa, nothing wrong with being pregnant. But we made up eventually. We're cool now. You know, she was like, I should be honest with you. I was pregnant for about 3 months in college, and I was like, oh, that's when I was gay. But, you know, I'm an idiot. Bad socially. I had a Tinder date like 10 years ago. Great date. One of those magical nights. Everyone just clicked, hit it off, went back to her place, fooling around, naked under the covers, giggling. She goes, I got to tell you, your Tinder pic, you look like a serial killer. I was like, damn, that's not good. Kind of took the wind out of my sails. She goes, what do you think on my pic? I was like, I thought you looked easy. That's what she did. She flipped out. She went nuts. I was like, wait, why are you mad at me? There's nothing wrong with being easy. Serial killer, way worse. Right? You're saying I look like I murder multiple people. I'm saying you look fun. Like, why are you mad? I should be mad at you. What the hell? I didn't get it. Then I realized, oh, wait a minute. I'm not a serial killer. She is easy. And that's when I realized you can't say what someone is to them. That's just mean. I learned that. Now you can't say what someone is to them. Like, I'd never call a retarded person retarded. That's just mean. But I'd call my friend retarded because he's not retarded, right? Like if a friend spilled a Pepsi on my laptop, like, what are you doing, you retard? But if a retarded kid spilled a Pepsi on my laptop, I'd be like, bubbles, yay. Because I'm not an asshole, I'm learning. And by the way, for the record, I went on a date with a girl who looks easy. You want to date with a guy who looks like a serial killer. What are you, fucking retarded? But, you know, I didn't mean to insult the lady, you know. She was like, you got a problem with easy women? I was like, no, I'm here. What are you talking about? In fact, I think it's crazy. It's 2023. We still make women feel bad for being promiscuous. Sluts are the best, right? Why would you make them feel bad? You know what the best time to be a promiscuous woman was Native American time. Inca, Aztec, Mayan. Because they used to sacrifice virgins to the gods. They'd throw them in a volcano. Holy shit, I'd be the biggest tramp on the reservation. I mean, it could save your life. Chief walks up, how, ma'am? Crops are dying, we gotta sacrifice a virgin. You a virgin? No, huge whore, huge whore. You are way off, baby, way off, all right? I give the best arrowhead on this side of the wigwam, okay? You don't know what you're dealing with, all right? I put the hoe in Navajo out here, okay? Yeah, you know my tribe name, Spread Eagle? That's me. Yeah. I gotta tell you, I think I like that system better. Reward the fun gals, get rid of the boring ones, you know? You know there was some chief up on the volcano going, you should have fucked me. Whoa, hey, all right, shit, look at that. But ladies, nothing wrong being promiscuous. Don't ever let anybody make you feel bad about that. But ladies, you guys gotta own being sluts, because sometimes you'll slut shame yourselves. That's not gonna help the movement. Eh? Like, you ever have sex with a girl, you're like, all right, I gotta go. She's like, why, she's gonna leave? I feel like a whore. It's like, yeah, you are. And that's okay. But I don't want you to think I'm a slut. No, I knew. But there's nothing wrong with it, remember? You can't tell other people not slut shame, you do it to yourself. And then it kills me when I see women trashing promiscuous women. How about Rachel, huh? What a whore. What do you mean? Well, she fucks a new guy every weekend. So what? What do you do? And every other girl goes, well, I get some dinners and drinks on him. He's got to spend some money first. So, well, wait a minute. You're calling her a whore and you're a prostitute. Isn't that way weirder? She's banging guys she likes for free. You're like, how much lobster can I get with this clam? Isn't that way whorier? I don't know. What do I know? I'm a feminist. But, you know. I actually have a lot of prostitutes walk around my neighborhood at night, and I know you're supposed to say sex worker now, but I feel like I've given enough money, I should be able to call them whatever I want. But sex is just such a strange thing, you know? Like, we all have sex, we like sex, you guys have sex, please send me a video. You know, sex is fun, we like it, but if you charge for it, all of a sudden there's a stigma. Isn't that weird? Sex is the only thing on earth that gets sadder when you go pro. Huh. Nothing else is like that. Maybe bowling. Isn't that weird about bowling? It's my friend, he's a great bowler. That's cool. This is my other friend's professional bowler. That's a shame. Either way, bowling or prostitution, holes are getting fingered in an alley. Yeah. Yeah, I've been with a lot of promiscuous gals in my day. Paid for a couple of big old abortions. That's a thing, you know? I remember one time I left the abortion clinic with a lady, and there's a guy protesting, and he goes, "You're a goddamn murderer." I was like, well, I don't know about murder. I really more just hired a hitman. He was like, well, if it was up to me, you'd be in jail. I'm like, well, if I go to jail for this, I want murderer status. I want to look tough, you know? All the guys are talking, what are you in for? Grand theft auto, assault and battery. I'm like, murder. They're like, damn, who'd you kill? I'm like, a relative. They're like, whoa, why'd you do that? I'm like, I caught him inside my girl. I missed that gal. She was fun. She was wild. Even after the abortion, she was like, hey, we should celebrate with a drink. I was like, I don't think you should drink on an empty stomach. All right. Yeah. But, you know, it's good you guys can come out for a yuck. I know times are weird. The economy's in the toilet. Gas prices are higher than Hunter Biden. Who knows what's going on out there, you know? All my friends are broke. One of my friends is broke, but he still buys the most crap. He just bought a Peloton. You ever see one of these things? $3,000 for this thing. Could you imagine explaining a Peloton to someone in a third world country? Just some guy with no shoes on a dirt road, shabby clothes, like, whoa, whoa. You spent $3,000 on a bike? Must be pretty fast. Doesn't move. Just sits in the living room. Oh, it's in the living room. So when you pellet, it must generate power for your home? No, use a lot of power. It's got a big screen on the front. Big screen? What, so when you use it, you watch funny TV shows? No, a better looking person yells at you. Oh. Well, this thing sounds terrible. What's the upside? Well, you know, you eat too much takeout, you gotta burn some calories. Whoa, whoa, what's takeout? Oh, that's where a guy on a bicycle brings food to your house and you pay him. Wait a minute, this guy's got a real bike and you give him money? Why wouldn't you just do that? What am I, a fucking immigrant? Come on. That's America. Yeah. We got any immigrants here tonight? Hey, all right. Where are you from?
China.
China. All right. Sorry about the balloons. But, all right. Good one. Good to have you. Thank you. Just don't cough. Ireland? I was hoping for something browner. All right. Okay. Thanks for being here, and you seem sober, which is shocking. All right. Pakistan, hey, hopefully only one of us bombs. All right. I don't even know if that's a thing. Mexicans, oh, are you Mexican, sir? Yeah, you'd look cute in a cage. All right. Somebody check his papers, huh? All right. Sorry, that was a